Well, I think everyone is here now, which is Miriam!
Thank you. So, I hadn't prepared anything today, and then I thought maybe I should. So I wrote some limericks about LGBTs, and I thought I should share a little bit of funny poetry with all of you. So it's 4 in total. The first one goes like this. There once was a lesbian femme who looked like she'd have sex with men. Remember, books and covers. Don't assume someone's lovers, and you won't find yourself offending them. There once was a man who was gay, who had a coming out day. He thought he'd be all set, and suddenly he was met with everyone telling him it was okay. There once was a person named Nicole, whose sexuality started to evolve. But how can you be bisexual when gender is contextual is the dilemma she was trying to solve. And lastly, just because you are non-binary trans does not mean you have to be pan. Call yourself how you feel. There's no need to kneel just because you don't feel like woman or man.
Yeah, coming out. When I was younger, I never thought I needed to come out. And then I realized it was a bit complexer than that. I never really had a coming out, just sort of gradually I changed my attitude towards telling people about how my sexuality fit together. But first I had to piece it together myself. And here's a little poem about that. When I was 6, my friend Tom and I kissed. After butterfly, Eskimo, and cheek to cheek, snog was the last one we could list. When I was 7 and some, I had a girlfriend, touched her bum, heart beating in my willy had me feeling a little silly. When I hit the ripened age of 8, I taught myself how to masturbate. I wasn't quite sure of the purpose, but the feeling I didn't quite hate. When I was at the age of 9, he showed me his, I showed him mine. We played a bit, and it was fine. When I was 10, we did it again. We used some spit to make things wet, just like we'd seen on the internet. When I was 11, her kiss was like heaven. A bit soggy, perhaps, but I didn't mind that. When I was 12, I thought to myself, I think I like boys, but girls are top shelf. When I was 13, the kids acted all mean, called me gay and made fun of me. When I was 14, I didn't want to be seen as a boy that liked boys, no siree. When I was 15, my record was clean, for my girlfriend had big breasts, you see. When I was 16, I thought of things that had been, got hard on the bike thinking of him and me. When I was 17, I lost my virginity, that is, in the eyes of society, to a girl, not that boy, long, long ago. Virgin status was safer than being homo. When I was 18, I accepted the queen, that I am somewhere in here. It fills me with pride to give love to both sides, to admit that I am a bit queer.
Ik begin niet zwaar. Ik draag voor uit mijn bundel striemend gedrag, de dood op de hielen. Het leven van mij als vader en borderliner en mens. Maar het begint simpel. Je zou maar ontmoeten. Wat dan te doen? Is het van hallo of een zoen? Nog zonder tong, want te snel, maar diep in de ogen kijken. En de fantasie teleporteren naar de temporale kwap. En de schuchtere kus streelt langs de wang als luchtig toiletpapier. Zou het kunnen, zo ontmoeten met jou, met thee en een koekje, nog geen wijn, want te snel, maar 2 klontjes, zo zoet als mijn woorden. En we bekoorden elkaars oogopslag, die vlinderkusjes vonden. Je zou maar ontmoeten, zo op een dag. En nu gaan we streamen. En zij nam de trein naar ergens. Of beter gezegd, naar nergens. De trein denderde door en over, geen bot, bleef heel. Haar overtuiging stond. Liet haar sporen na in de ogen van die machinist, de opstanders. Ik bleef over met een dochter die me niet wil zien, bang voor het bekende, verlangen naar het onbekende, de zoete adem in mijn nek van fluisteringen over vrede in mijn hart. Striemend tot de laatste ademtocht had ik niet moeten zeggen, ga maar dood, ik zou het ook niet zo doen. Terwijl ik nu nog hier ben en zij al daar. Had ik kunnen zwijgen over mijn gekte, dat van haar, pogoen door het leven, de finale sprong, mijn zus. En nu even tegen al het transgender en LHBT. Gewoon een jongetje. De vrijheid van een jongetje die al stuiterend een man wordt. De duistere dalen die er doorgaat en de hoogtepunten die hij gaat beleven. Geef hem vertrouwen in volwassen worden met een blauw oog en een spuitbus met opruiende teksten. Met bier en vrienden, het gebral over het leven. Diepzinnige gedachtes over vrouwen en hoe dat nu toch gaat. Het jongetje droomt zich af in gebrekkige zinnen over de liefde en waar hij staat. De plek hem gegeven, vertelt hoe hij moet zijn, maar de armen lokken, het klokkenspel luidt, vlinders in de buik.
The theme of tonight is coming out. I am Engel. I'm also an artist and I'm working on the concept New Rise. And for this project I bought a part of a triptych. it's part of a triptych. It's called Revolution, R8volution. It includes the number 8, which is an important number in my work. 8 is also a symbol. You have the symbol of chaos. Is an 8-star, 8-pointed star, and it means many directions. Anything is possible, and it goes beyond any dichotomy. The poem I'm going to perform, whatever. On the 8th day, I wrote it also on the 8th of March, Women's Day, and I like to dedicate it to you, to Vlinder, and to Nina. On the 8th day, she created infinity. On the 8th day, she lost her eggs. On the 8th day, she erased the truth. On the 8th day, she wondered, who is Jesus? On the 8th day, she created the moon. On the 8th day, she blew the trumpet. On the 8th day, she ate her lipstick. On the 8th day, she created stars. On the 8th day, she looked, I, ego, me, and myself. On the 8th day, she laughed.
Yeah. So cool. And round 1, and it's ending a very special way with someone who has never performed at the open stage, but has been very influential in how we greet people here at the open stage, which is ladies, gentlemen, and genderqueers. Not forget the moment that I was informed, that it's just very binary, ladies and gentlemen. We were actually at the grocery store. It's like, thanks for the tip. So, ladies, gentlemen, and gendered queers, please welcome Martijn to the stage. Well, welcome back, one and all, to the International Open Stage.
Good evening. Well, let me first say good evening to everybody. How was your day? Probably damn well. Anyway, it went well. Welcome. And the reason why I'm here, because I saw the post pass by, and it was said coming out, but there was these pictures of flowers. And hey, springtime, right? So the sun is coming out, light is coming out, and the first thing that got to my mind was love. Yeah.
Woo! Love!
Yeah, everybody understands love, and it comes in different shapes, different forms, but ultimately it is everything that makes us who we are. So the whole reason why I'm here is to tell you all that I love you all. Oh. So that is wow.
We love you too.
Yeah, but not it's much more of a feeling of togetherness. So I'm in love with men, I'm in love with women, I'm in love with animals, I'm in love with insects, bacteria, even though, wow, they're the most dangerous ones, but hey. And the reason why I'm saying love is because I've dealt with a situation that is very negative in a way, in terms of fighting, difference of opinion, being left out, being alone, not being wanted or being treated as inferior, while I cannot even imagine if there's a superior or inferior. Anyways, but the one thing that kept me going through all these times was just that little faint of love. It just pours out just a little bit, and just like that, sunshine, that sun ray when it comes up from the horizon and the first rays touch your eyes, that's the ultimate of love and life. And I can definitely tell you it heals everything that we can think of. So if you can just imagine how beautiful life would be if you're in love, well, I'll be damn sure to tell each one of you that you've all felt love, you all felt that rush in your body. It's a chemical thing. We all share it, and it just comes out. Just let it be, and it just comes out. I'm telling you, wow. But what makes this more beautiful is even when I was alone in situations, there was a time I fell in, well, the time came when I fell in love with each relationship that I had. Literally each relationship, regardless how bad it was, and bad situation I've been through, bad situation I got out of it, relationship with a partner, relationship with friends, relationship with businesses, whatever life takes you and gives you, that one piece of love fixed everything. And now I'm so in love that I'm lost in it. I'm lost in love, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that you. And the one thing that got me out of this when I say bad things is the world we're living, how we separate one another and each other while we all are here as same. And I'm a very simple-minded guy, and you can go think very deeply about everything, which I do, but there comes a point where it doesn't go any further. Then you have to realize, well, let's keep it simple. So if we we're fighting with one another, we're fighting war and everything, we're stealing and grabbing everything bad. That's a very awful way to go. The moment you want peace and you're fighting, it doesn't make sense to ever achieve peace because peace, happy, yay! It's right here, but we're still, before we go there, we're still motherfucker, I'm gonna all that, yeah, you know. So why my question, so if you want peace, so what do? You behave peacefully, you show love, and it's one path. You don't have to walk sideways to reach a goal while it's right there in front of you.
Maybe slightly more howling tones.
Ja.
Okay.
Ja.
After the love.
Ja, weet je, die jongen, ouwe hoed zoveel. Maar ik wil er wel op ingaan, weet je. Want ik ben een Indo, ik kom uit een Indische familie, Nederlands-Indisch. En een adellijke militair geslacht. En ik ben ook militair geweest. En nu heb ik PTSS. En wat heb ik nou gedaan? Ik heb een vredesteek in mijn handpalm laten zetten. Zodat ik altijd kan laten zien. Fuck, weet je, ik weet wat het is. Ik heb geen wapens. Ik kom in vrede. Geef me de 5. Da! En nu omdat het open-up was, daar had ik ook nog wel wat van bij me. Eigenlijk naar aanleiding van het schilderij. Het gaat over een vrouw. De kraai op haar schouder lachte, op eigen wijze. Net als de deuntjes, denderend door haar hoofd. Moord en doodslag, verhuld onder zwarte veren. Haar ogen scherpen zich een weg door het vlees. De gesprekken verstommen als haar blik zich hecht. Als de geliefde van het duister. Haar boezem is het altaar priemend naar lustige ogen. Gevangen in haar kluister. Geslagen door blindheid naar iets anders. De Judaskust glijdt door de nacht. Zij veracht de mens met al zijn vleeselijk lijden. Zij is Lilith, het begin. En nu iets stout. Reflectie. Weet je, ik ben ook fucking vrijmetselaar, dus ik reflecteer, weet je wel. In een gemengde loge, hè, met mannen en vrouwen. Heel 2018. De roos tussen mijn tanden beloofde zoete zoenen van zinnenstrelend rood. Mijn gulp stond al half open, snakkend naar het zoeken van jouw handen. Maar het waren mijn eigen die streelden en ik miste je in mijn spiegelbeeld. We draaien door, mijn wereld is zo stil. Ik kerf de poëzie in je huid, snedige zinnen van zinnelijkheid. Ze vertellen over liefde en de pijn die ik je doe. De twijfels over wie ik ben en hoe ik leef. Met de dood op de hielen ren ik verdwaasd in je armen. Praatjes over de regen die overgaat in sneeuw. En dat het nog kouder wordt ook. Maar jouw adem verwarmt mijn botten. En ik luister naar je en het stelt me gerust. Dat de seizoenen verder draaien, terwijl je me kust. Nou, nog één. En die is weer streamend. Het gaat over mijn dochter. Ik ben vader. Mijn dochter is 21. En op mijn tatoeage, Nina Laura, heeft zij een rood lijntje, want zij is het vuur. En Max, mijn zoon, heeft een paars lijntje, want hij is mijn violet flame. Maar deze gaat over mijn dochter. De knoop is doorgehakt, kogel door het heilig hart. De schreeuw uitte zich in scheurende stilte, van de grens bereikt. Geen begrip meer of de kracht van de dochter, die geen puber kon zijn, maar door mij gebombardeerd werd tot krater van mijn gevecht. De kreet van verderf over een onschuldig meisje, die vocht om te begrijpen, tranen huilden om mij en toch naast me stond. Ik vertelde mijn leven, ongenuanceerd, zoals ik hoorde over de nachtmerries van mijn moeder, de oorlog die haar hart versplinterde en mijn zijn in haar pijn. En zij hoorde, net als ik, het stilvallen van de klok. Het moment van niet meer kunnen, dat haar vrijheid in het geding was. Dat ze niet meer kon begrijpen en afstand nam van mijn verleden en het hare begon.
Brought to us by Jaap. To the stage!
It's bloody cold in here. So I put on my coat. That's usually my get-up when I perform as the captain. But now I will be inviting you. Sit down, my friend. Take off your mask. I hope that's not too much to ask. Here where we are, there's no need to wear the veil that hides your beautiful face. We'll love you, no matter your sex, creed or race. A mask is a message, a mask is a shield, empowering to wear, empowering to yield. It may be an animal, it may be a god, it may be beautiful, it may be odd. Masks have many faces, as you will see. Perhaps you'll even meet the masks that are me. I'll be your host, Monsieur Zerakoon. Perhaps you know me, I come from the moon. I'd like to invite you all to attend, and if you'd like, we can play pretend that we are all famous performers and such. Play your persona, I'd love that so much. Show us who you really would like to be, or give us a glimpse of you at age 3. There's no mask that I'll reject today. Come one, come all, it's time to play. A theatre piece or poetry, perhaps entertain us musically. See you all there, please be there on time. This sentence concludes the end of this rhyme.
to jam with these guys.
Bathtub music. Like I would like to listen to this in the bath. Just like put some candles on, listen to some uncoordinated random shit. Yeah, man.
Dictaturen, dode dichters die om het leven geven. De laatste woorden sterven weg in bespotte bundels over vrijheid die niet meer is. Dictaturen, dode dichters die de dood nooit hebben gevreesd. Hun stemmen verheffen zich uit het graf en waren rond, nooit weg geweest. De waarheid komt ooit boven. Dictaturen doden jou, je vrienden, kinderen en je vrouw. Weggevaagd en weggestopt in kampen achter tralies. Bal je vuist nu het nog kan. Bal je vuist tegen de God die jouw naam naar hun wil vormen. Sta op en laat je woede horen. Vecht voor ons samen. Laat het stormen in je hart. Voor vrijheid en gelijkheid in een wereld zonder geweld. Geen haat naar andere ideeën. Geen zij en wij, maar mens als mens geboren. Ik heb er nog 2. Dan ben ik klaar. Die zijn niet zo. Die zijn op. Binnenstad. Roze fiets rijden mij voorbij, zoals het leven langs mij afglijdt. Het bier en de vergroeide joint staren mij aan. Dimensies van schokgolven die mijn hart verpulverden. Rook scheidt mij van deze wereld. Mijn kinderen die ik niet meer zie. Striemend slaat de zweep mijn borst en raakt mijn hart tot bloedens toe. En ik huil, maar sta recht als de duivel in de hel. Mijn leven is een gok en ik ren van hot naar her, zoekend naar die ene spiegel die mij laat zien wie ik werkelijk ben. En nou het korte. Gewoon. De zomerse. Met een geel schepje in mijn hand graaf ik naar mijn hart. De tombe van liefde. Rijk zijn de schatten daar te vinden, zegt men tegen mij. Als je maar zoekt.
Does someone wants to come up stage, do something?
Well, it kind of became anarchy now. Daniel still wants to go on stage.
Yeah, I want to get my beer because I think I left it.
Okay.
And I'm thirsty. But I'll be right back. I promise.
Alright. Switch you out for Daniel. For briefly.
Daniel, no, I'm good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
decreasing numbers of ladies and gentlemen.
And genderqueers.
Next one who goes out has to get me a beer.
Don't forget genderqueers in that, ladies and gentlemen.
I tend to forget things. Ladies and gentlemen and genderqueers. This song is a song about going to the bar. And then how it's like at the same time curse one of the highest cultural achievements of all of humanity. Just to be able to take any kind of fruit or grain and potatoes and shit and distill them, make it clear what kind of muddy, tasty liquid that will get you and your friends fucking drunk and everyone like acting like fucking children. But nowadays everyone wants to act like they're fucking all grown up. Come to the bar with me. Come to the fucking bar with me. To the fucking bar, come to the fucking bar to party. Until we barf in the bar. Come to the bar to barf with me. The bar's apart. The fucking bar's a fucking part of me. to be on YouTube. And in his class there is a girl, 14, but she's got huge boobs. He likes her, he likes him. Love strikes them like lightning. Now they can't get enough, and they just can't believe how good it feels when he gets his dick sucked. Ooh, when he gets his dick sucked. Who doesn't like getting his dick sucked? Yeah, dick sucked. 40 years old, he's an ordinary guy. And he is so annoyed with fucking life. But he can go out and take a couple of bucks, and then he will get home so many dick sucks. And that's not how the fucking verse goes. Now let the fucking horn blow. No one knows. Men of all ages, in all kinds of life stages, hetero or homo, they like it when you go low. Use your mouth to please him, there's always a reason. And if you do it right, you'll have a quite hard time to leave it. Just how fucking good it feels, and he's 80 years old, but feeling young. Still likes to do it all night long. Been married all a century. Their love has never. Memories. I work for Mercedes. Make quite decent money. Kind of paid for my studies. It was also kind of the worst time of my life. I'm working in a factory. Got exactly 2 separate things to do. I'll pick this up and put it here and attach it with a screw. I'm working in a factory where no one can look at me. It's like being in a prison, which is also quite exactly what it feels like when I'm selling my lifetime for money. Ain't a damn thing funny in the factory. Can't even wear headphones. Have to listen to the sound of machines and snapping backbones till I head home. Put some beer down my motherfucking neck, yo. Put my hat on the pillow, get some rest, yo. Wake up fucking hungover, how did that go? And it's already time to head back to the factory for another eternity. I'm working in a factory until they sack me. Cause machines work much faster, don't complain and never have an empty battery. I'm employed by a company, that is employed by the company I actually work for, to be part of an underpaid workforce that makes shiny limousines. I'm a tiny pixel in a big picture in which rich people get richer, while the entire planet gets fucked. Until the guys getting their dick sucked will be right down here with us. Thank you.